All right, so I wanted to talk about my training, the 600-pound deadlift. That's one of my big goals. That's the goal of 2014. So by 2015, I want to be able to pull 600 pounds. I was recently motivated about 2 days ago. I saw this video of Eric Cressy doing a 650-pound deadlift, freaking at 161-pound body weight. 650 pounds, that is fucking crazy. So I saw that, it kind of re-amped me to kind of really start. Well, I've been focused on it, but now I just kind of, I feel like I'm getting fairly close, even though I'm still technically fairly far, because my best lift is 515 for a 2, but I can tell there's lots of stuff I can improve upon. That's kind of why I'm like pretty excited about it, and why I feel very confident, but not confident about making the 600-pound deadlift goal. And a big part of it's because I'm stretching myself. I'm stretching my what my capacity is. So I'm pretty excited about that. I got my powerlifting meet on the 8th of February, which is less than 30 days away. And just some thoughts. I Googled how to deadlift 600 pounds, and it's definitely within reach. I read two good articles, one on T Nation and one on Elite FTS. And it's interesting because what they do is they talk a lot about, both of them mention about frequency and how important it is to train frequent. So don't deadlift more than once a week, more than twice a week, actually 4 days a week in some cases. And then there was one article, I forgot the name who wrote it, but it was a good article. I'll link it in the show notes or in the video description. But he talks about how frequency helped him a lot, and a lot of it's just a shitload of practice. And I remember that when I was deadlifting frequently 4 or 5 days a week, I was definitely much stronger. When I was benching 4 or 5 days a week, I was definitely much stronger. So I'm going to go back to that, and I'm going to go about it a little bit smart. Since I'm 30 days out, I don't want to run myself into the ground and really push myself so hard that I suffer any joint dysfunction or joint pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically bench. I'm going to squat, bench, and deadlift like in the same competition lifts, in the same order. That way I can kind of get a similar training effect that carries over to the competition. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of those lifts and train hard on one of them. So like yesterday I did heavy deadlifts. If you saw my video, I did 500 pounds for 2 sets of 3. Actually, I don't think I've posted. I don't know. It depends on when I post this, but I posted it, but I haven't made it public yet. It's because I need to put the notes in there. But I did 500 pounds for 2 sets of 3. I was pretty stoked about that. I have formed breakdown around 500 pounds, but I got that shit off the ground, which feels pretty damn good. I need to work on keeping my chest taller. On the second set of 3 reps with 500 pounds, I found that the first repetition, the bar got away from me, and I almost missed it because it got too far. I almost locked out too quickly. And one thing I've been also trying to mess with and play around with is that kind of double pull, like Dan Green does, or even what other powerlifters do. What they do is they double pull. They test the flex of the bar, and after they test the flex of the bar, they yank it really hard. And up 455, 475, I can like pull right through it, but because on around 500, it's not fast enough, so I do have some trouble stalling. So I kind of want to make sure I'm really quick. When I say stalling, that means that the bar path stalls at the bottom. So I pull it, it kind of slows, and then it speeds up. It's sort of it's an interesting dynamic. And what happens is when you pull, the barbell, obviously the barbell bends, but sometimes you're pulling so hard before the barbell leaves the ground, the bar will whip against you. So I'm trying to work on adjusting that technique. Sometimes a lot of the time bar whip doesn't matter when the weight's not too heavy. When it's near like 95%, 90%, or at least I notice with me that around 95%, that bar whip really negatively impacts me, because you'll see in my videos that I'm going to post on my deadlift session on Sunday, how it pulls me out of, how the whip kind of pulls me out of position. The bar sort of flicks against me. But 600-pound deadlift is a big goal. I have a lot of room in my squat. I really think I can get maybe very close to 1,500 total by the end of the year, maybe for a second meet if I decide to do a second powerlifting meet. And I'm pretty excited. You know, I like to do all these numbers at 180 pounds, because right now I'm a big chubby 198. Or actually this morning I was 202. So I'm going to start cutting some weight between now and for the next 2 weeks. Not dieting hard, just very slowly. Try to cut some weight very slowly. I would like to get to 196, 195, so that when I do weigh-in, it's not some drastic water cut. And that's sort of what I'm going to do. Not a big deal, pretty focused on it, and I guess that's all I really have. So anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Got a lot more coming for my powerlifting goals and strength training goals, and just follow along. I got a lot of great ideas that I think are going to help anyone who's aspiring to get stronger, or just trying to see kind of what's possible with someone who is obviously not elite, but definitely doing really well in its progress, and that would be me. So anyways, thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe.